Okay, so now we can take our E major scale and we can move it into different parts. We'd taken the E major scale on the big string, which was E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Now we can build our chords out of that. We had these E notes, E chord, an E sus2, E. Let's run through those. E chord, E sus2, back to an E chord, then an E sus4, and an E with the sixth letter. Oh, I think I missed the E5. E5. That one I have a partial bar, so my index finger is laying flat. And the little finger is curled, right? And then E6, the sixth letter, E major 7, E. Now there's different forms, but that is kind of morphing around this basic E chord shape, right? Then the next thing we can look at is finding the same letters, but instead of going up one string, we can do it in a small area on the three biggest strings of the guitar here. But in the first position, the first four fingers can cover this area, and we would get these letters: E, F sharp, G sharp on the big string, down a string, open A, B, fret 2, C sharp, fret 4, D sharp on the string below it, fret 1, and E, fret 2. Let's play along with it with this loop. Let's get the sound here. E, F sharp, G sharp, open A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Let's play it again. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp. Let's sing the other names below, which is root, then the second Roman numeral, the third Roman numeral, the fourth letter we're talking about, fifth letter or interval, the sixth letter, the seventh letter, back to the first. And if we say the solfege names, we say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, so that's the bottom half, but we can connect it to the small half. So if we looked at these two strings, if we put them two string sets, we could put them together. And we would have all of the notes in the first position for the key of E major. So with this one, we've got the E. So that's the third biggest string. Let's count biggest string down, down. We call that string 4. And then we have fret, the F sharp on fret 4 on that string, the little finger, and the string smaller is G sharp, that's fret 1, A, fret 2. Now here you can either play the B note here on fret 4, or the same note is on that string below it with open hand, so no fingers, right? And then if you keep climbing up that second string, you've got C sharp, D sharp with the little finger, the small string open. Let's loop the small string set of the E. This is the higher octave. So E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B open or the little finger, C sharp, D sharp, small string, E, repeat. We'll say the first letter, the second letter, the third letter, the fourth letter, the fifth letter, the sixth letter, the seventh letter, and then back to the first. Let's say the solfege. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So it's the same letters, but you can see they're all over the fretboard, and there's certain notes that we missed, right? So one thing you can do is you can play these notes and then mix them in different sequences and orders, sliding, hammering on, pulling off, doing different tricks, techniques, vibrato. Then you're playing in the key of E major. Remember, the key of E major, just like a lot of keys or scales, is just a group of blocks or frets that we do play, or letters or notes with all these names. But you can play them many different ways to make songs, right? Then we could do an improv jam on these small strings. So as long as I'm playing these notes, I can do them any way I want when I'm improvising or creating, trying to make music. Maybe skip notes, repeat a little pattern or a sequence. Come up with a little melody, but only from these notes. Then we're playing in the key of E major. I'm going to make another video looking more at how we can move these letter blocks into different chord shapes and move them up with multiple strings at a time.